the right-hand screen, we've got the old move.
Oh, yep. Okay, that's bad.
So we've got a little bit of that.
Pump, yeah.
Yeah. And of course, the way our spine works, it's a little curvature there, but just not quite that much.
Yeah.
So then we start to look at that, and that's pretty much what we're after. Your arms are hanging straight down.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We start to see a little bit more pressure in this left lead leg,
Yeah.
rather than this lead leg sitting backwards, essentially.
Yeah.
And then obviously this is only a small swing,
Yeah.
but the pressure on your feet is vastly different. That structure in your lower half, the hips don't really
Yeah.
drop their angle too much. So in other words, when we go over here, and we start to work this one back, we see the left knee drop down a little bit.
Yeah.
We see this collapse and the roll onto the outside of your foot, as opposed to this little one where it stays really nice and pressured on the inside ball of your foot
Yeah.
and inside ball of your foot here,
Yeah.
which is fantastic.
Okay.
And then as you start to bring this left-hand screen back through, we start to look at the distance between your arms again.
Yeah.
Really good impact alignments there. Fantastic. From a pure mechanical standpoint,
Yeah.
that is sensational.
Okay.
Okay. As opposed to our little first edition,
Oh, yeah, I see.
we're there, and we've got,
Oh, yeah, okay.
okay, and this
Big
arm
difference.
straighter, elbows closer together.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay. So if my elbows get further apart like that,
Yeah.
I have to compensate somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
So in other words, you'll hit it off the toe of the golf club and dribble it over to the right a little bit. You'll try and dip down into it because you think you're lifting up out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll try and drop your head down into it, and we'll
Yeah.
start to stop rotating properly, and a whole myriad of different things.
Yeah.
So essentially, that movement pattern there with your right foot off the ground. Then we go across here and we see this beautiful balanced pressure in here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now tomorrow you're not going to like me,
No.
in particular this left hip,
Why?
because all of a sudden you're actually using it.
Oh, okay. So,
Because your foot's on the ground here, whereas
Yeah.
this heel's off the ground. And here we're actually using your calf muscle a lot more.
yeah.
So you might get a little tight in that previously, but now you'll start to feel the outside of your left hip working harder.
Yeah. So when people said they lift up, that sort of does look like lifting
Yeah.
compared to that. But
Absolutely.
I wasn't made. I
Yeah.
didn't really look up that much. I didn't think.
The difficulty is that you're...
But I can see that now because I think, like sometimes I really do. Like
Yeah,
you
sure.
actually know your head is.
Yeah.
But for that one, I didn't think I was, and you said I didn't really. So it's
No,
more.
it's-
It's just all.
It's all the other stuff that goes with
Yeah.
it, and generally speaking, post-impact.
Yeah.
Now, our eyes work in 25 frames per second. So
Yeah.
essentially, when you're swinging it at the speed that you swing it at, basically that means it registers here and then registers here. We never actually see ourselves hit the golf ball
Yeah.
unless you hit a putt.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the other part to that is then the people that are looking on, watching your golf swing,
Yeah.
aren't seeing impact and aren't probably seeing what they think they're seeing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we call it 2D to 3D. So a lot of the 3D we work with these days. So we put sensors all over people's bodies.
Yeah.
We know exactly what moves and how it moves.
Mhm.
Okay, and what we thought used to happen actually doesn't happen. It looks like it happens, but it
Yeah.
doesn't happen in the same sequence.
Yeah.
Because by the time our brain registers it, and a whole myriad of different things there. So all that gobbledygook aside, the
Yeah.
pressure's on now on your lead leg.
Yeah.
And we're starting to use the outside of your hip a little bit more rather than here, the foot's off the ground.
Yeah.
This side, fantastic.
But in actual fact, I didn't really feel like I did.
That's great.
Much, so
Yeah, yeah.
It's amazing to see it.
Yeah.
'Cause
And you need to see it because, as I said,
'cause it just felt like
it's no reflection on you or I. It's
Yeah.
just the way our brains process things.
yeah. But I can see it.
Mm,
But
mm.
when I'm there, I don't really think.
No,
well,
no.
I'm
And that's my
actually
job.
Yeah.
I've got to trick your brain into doing what we want you to do.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's just-
So
Yeah.
now the only things that I need you to work on is exactly what you're working on there. Pressure on your left foot and keeping your
Yeah.
elbows close together. And all of a sudden, even if you do not swing any further than that,
Yeah.
you'll be able to get it around a golf course successfully.
Yeah, and that's right.
Okay.
Because I'm not a big hitter
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, that's okay.
So
You will be, because you can generate a lot of speed. You just weren't hitting the centre of the club face too often.
no, probably
Okay,
not.
so
no.
that's my job as we
Yeah.
move forward. Okay.
So we're just working on this one now,
Mhm.
and I don't want to jump ahead because I'll come back.
No,
now
you
in
can do it with
practice,
whatever
or-
you want. Okay, I wouldn't hit
'Cause
a
usually
longish
when I do
club.
The Big Bertha, obviously my legs are further apart.
A little bit further apart, yeah. But I wouldn't be trying to do anything different. That's for sure.
Okay.
Nothing different.
Just-
For the simple fact that we should be trying to do the same thing with the driver as we do with any other club. It'll look a little different, clearly,
Yeah.
because it's further away from you, and the pressure that it puts on your body, or the load that it puts on your body. But that little movement pattern right there, that's all we need right now.
Yeah.
As you start to get, and when you do
and-
decide to hit the longer golf clubs, which I still want you to hit,
Yeah.
I don't want any more than 2 in a row.
Okay.
So you hit 2 shots and then you come back to this little number.
Okay.
I can
so
guarantee you, if you hit any more than 2 in a row, you will swing it a lot further with this golf club, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And it probably won't go as well as what
So
it is
do
right
the
now.
same with any of the clubs I bring. And I
No
don't.
question.
I never bring this many. I just bought this.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you,
No, that's
so
okay.
I didn't really want to carry
That's
my
okay.
bag